We've had a lot of conversations, and his running back said, I want to play. I want to be here with my teammates and put this uniform on one last time. We'll see if they're able to get off to a quick momentum, see if they're able to pull him early, but I know he wants to be on the field with his teammates in this moment. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. So UTSA's offense will take the field first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to blow up now and start doing something.
The run inside. It's Peterson. Breaks into the open. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Roadrunners kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Catch in the middle, it's Peterson. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. The seventh play of this opening drive. They'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And it's the Roadrunners. Pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Fresh center downs going to the air. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. And hold up just a second as we check on the injured player. The Roadrunners trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Looking for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
We knew this offense wanted to come into this one establishing the run. Guys, they didn't even attempt to throw on their first drive. They were more physical. They were pushing guys around up front. And this guy caps it off with a nice touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats offense will now get its first chance with the football. C.J. Baxter, he's one of the top runners in the sport, and certainly they'll go to him early and often.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block.
Makes a grab and room to run. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Wildcats are in the hurry-up.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sells to fake. Keeps it going. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, third down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. And you can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and, you know, that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those third downs. You don't want to give up explosives. Well, you just did 2 and 1. That's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that third down a little bit better. They got to snatch some momentum back, and you got to tackle them. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You've got to accomplish the mission.
He'll pull it on the read, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. He won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He's got it. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Play action on first down. Got his man on the outside. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it out of the gun with Baxter. Got him right there.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Takes the handoff. It's Henderson. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run him again. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Burrowing for yardage. They went right back to him, and they got the exact same thing. Nothing doing against this defense. It'll be 4th down. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. We've put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They think there's room to run to the right here. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UTSA. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. The play fake. Makes the grab. It's Bauer. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Powers through the defender. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Kentucky right back to the line.
It's going to be really interesting to watch Kentucky this year offensively, and I think running the ball is going to be critical. Will Stein now the new head coach, and he brings in C.J. Baxter at running back from Texas, David, a guy that was so highly recruited coming out of high school, had some injury issues early on during his time at Texas, but he has tremendous upside, and if he can stay healthy, this running game, I think, can take off.
Take off.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Kentucky. He got a step and just dusted the field.
You know, long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and posts. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able to make one dude miss and build up some steam, when you've got speed like that, you can take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Checking in from the Roadrunners sideline. There is so much energy down here right now. That last touchdown gave this running back the national season rushing touchdown record. The teammates are going crazy. They are still talking about it as they take the field for this next drive. We'll see if that momentum can help drive them forward in this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Grabbed in the middle. It's Allen. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Caught. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And it's the Roadrunners are moving quickly down the field. Go to the right side. That's Wilson. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And they did tack on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quick give. It's Baxter. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The corners are walked up tight. On first down, it's Baxter again.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down to the air. On the move. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Hits inside. It's Baxter. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Motion from the wideout. The give to the back. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. Third and long right here. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's fourth down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking for space. It's Henderson. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be second and 10. Keep it on the ground. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long. Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He's going to run it. Turning it on. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Right side, it's Peterson. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success.
Punt, and he's got room. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Intercepted to stop the threat. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. He's looking deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. Not much happening on that one. Maybe made it back to the line of scrimmage as the clock continues to move here late in the half. It's third down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. On the return, taken down right away. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Reese, hard not to enjoy the pageantry and the meaning of this great game. And, of course, it helps to have had ourselves an eventful first half in the Armed Forces Bowl. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the second half of the Armed Forces Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Roadrunners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Patterson. And the returner will be brought down. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Second and long here. They'll give it to Baxter. Hard running there. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On first down, it's Baxter again. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Hand off for Baxter. Drop immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll run it out of the gun with Baxter. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Wide open downfield. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Some misdirection with the counter. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
Touchdown, Wildcats. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised.
He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Makes the grab. It's Rodriguez. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. They'll stop things momentarily for an injury on the play. There is a Kentucky Wildcat down. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Running inside, it's Barnes. All over him immediately.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. UTSA takes over, and the offense ready to hit the field. Using his legs, it's Henderson. On the move at the 30. Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's 1st down again. They'll give it to him again. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down. Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They're all over it. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Gives him a little breathing room, picks up 5 and gets it to the 7-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Gets the back moving. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Roadrunners. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such a great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, gonna throw it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. Now they'll try the right side. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. The backups are on the field. They get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
And he's brought down after a short gain. On a ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Bringing it back. He's at the 50. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. You TSA will take over and the offense ready to return to the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On the stop. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Gonna run it. It's Henderson. There he goes. Enough to move the chains. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And it's the Roadrunners come to the line with a new set of downs. In the red area, it's Henderson. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. They'll send the back in motion. Unloads in the nick of time.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Down he goes. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Left side is Anderson. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll run it to the right. Breaks the tackle. Stopped right there. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. From the gun, looking for a man. Out wide right, it's Rodriguez. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Barnes. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. Long way to go on 2nd down. Right back to the well. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And listen, everything's 4 down 2.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Blasted as he lets it go. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Kentucky! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is going for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a...
Oh, there's an alley on the left. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Henderson. No room to run, and he's stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. From the gun. Rushes on. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now...
Touchdown, Roadrunners! And the punishment has been extended.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Breaks into the open. The 40. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Out wide left, it's Gilmore. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
That keeps the score. UTSA 52, Kentucky 34.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Discards him with the stiff arm. And the returner will be knocked down. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He's got the first down. Still on his feet at the 45. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, UTSA! And the route is on. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. Wants to throw one first. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. One more play to pad the stats. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. And that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved.